Alright, that microphone looks on. It better be on. Anyway, welcome back to Scarlet Curiosity. In the last part, I went to the Misty Lake and did the Campus Huge Factory and beat the final boss and the other final boss, and then saw the credits. And in this part, we're gonna go to the bonus level where you go beneath the mansion to go against the person that lives beneath the mansion. Wonder who that could be. Anyway, this is just a giant labyrinth under the mansion now. I guess that's what I'm gonna explore. Oh dear, there's no warp device to go back. Suppose I have no choice but to keep pressing onwards. Let's see what awaits. Sakuya, why are you down here? I mean, I asked that. I'm the one who told you to come down here, so... You have to press and hold J. It's the first time this has happened in the entire game. Oh, the enemy's level 45. I'm a bit under level here. Expected that. It won't matter. Fucking Christ, first enemy. Normally I don't have to pay too much attention when I play this game. I just yap around random stuff, but if I'm already under level and I'm getting my ass kicked this much, who knows? I have no idea how long it's gonna be. I mean, I assume it's going to take longer than the average level, but hopefully it doesn't take, like, multiple hours. That would be insane, right? Right? Right, so, despite what I just said about not being able to talk about random bullshit, I'm going to attempt to talk about random bullshit. These are book laser. The game doesn't want me to talk about random bullshit, it wants me to talk about book lasers. Stop it, you fucker! There we go. Anyway, this is stage 6, or extra stage music from Touhou 6, again, because that's what the stage is. It's that, but spookier. I like my time pyrokinesis. Ah! Yeah, I remember how the only time the game tried to be the 3D platform with a bunch of hazards was in Hell. I assume it's going to try to do that again. I'm almost dead, by the way. I mean, me, like, dying really quickly to enemies shouldn't be that big of a deal, because unless this game just decides to be the only stage where the respawn is bullshit and really punishing, hopefully it's not the case. Hopefully it's about as forgiving as the rest of the game's been. Anyway, last episode I was talking about Pokemon. I just walked straight the fuck into that. Good job, me. I actually can't... Is this entire place just like a one-way... Fuck it. I would like you to give me some health, game. I think that's pretty cool. It did. It gave me a health level up. Never mind, I'll stop complaining it now, game. I need to press and hold over here. Or do I go over here? There are multiple options here. Right, so I talked about Pokemon, I talked about my first Pokemon game, Black 2, and I talked about how I played Pokemon White and Pokemon Soul Silver. And then after that, there was Pokemon X. The name of Pokemon X is, it was the first 3D Pokemon game. So, I played it quite a lot when it first came out. I remember that Christmas well. I got a 3DS, I got Pokemon X, and I got Mario and Luigi Dream Team. That was like a good Christmas. Yeah, I played a lot of Pokemon X, but then eventually, like, basically when the next game came out, I didn't really ever play it again because, Pokemon X was great at the time, but in, like, hindsight, compared to newer stuff, it's not that great, so I'm pretty sure I haven't replayed Pokemon X in, like, fucking 10 years. They had Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, that's what I played next, and, earliest game I played was Soul Silver at the time, so I never played a Gen 3 game, so my only experience with Hoenn was Soul Silver, or Alpha Sapphire, I mean, I liked it, I thought it was pretty good. I've heard people say that, like, Alpha Sapphire isn't as good of a remake to the 3rd gen as, like, the Gen 1 and Gen 2 remakes are, but, I never played the original, so I thought it was pretty good. Then, right, and then I think there was, the next one I played was Moon. Moon is a Pokemon game. I don't know, I enjoyed my first playthrough of it, but it exists. And then I think next was, I might have told the story before, about my experiences with Pokemon Pearl, which is technically the oldest Pokemon game I've played, like, release-wise. And basically, I traded games with a friend. I gave him my copy of Soul Silver, so I no longer have that game anymore. And then he gave me his copy of Pearl. And then I started playing through it, and then I got to like one point where I stopped playing because I think I needed to grind or something. It was pretty early on in the game too. It was like an early gym leader that I just couldn't beat because my team just was like a team of 6 because there were like a bunch of Pokemon I wanted, but all were under leveled. And then I was like, okay, I'll come do this later, and then later was a really long time because basically I didn't play the game for years. And then a couple years, like, let's say a couple years ago, it's been quite a few years at this point, I tried to open it up and play it again, and the game doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I can't play Pearl anymore. Why are there Kappa in our basement? Hello? What are you guys doing here? Did the Kappa build this freak show basement? Is that the lore? Like, do we really need to lock Flan in a dungeon? I mean, I know the answer to that. I know the answer. It depends on the Flandre, I guess. Is this Flandre fucking insane? Probably. I do not care for insane Flandre. It insists upon itself. Herself. Right, and then I think I've told this story before about, the Ultra Moon copy I got. I think I told about this in Plants vs. Zombies, which, with a few exceptions, a lot of the videos of Plants vs. Zombies got very few views, so there's a good chance that telling the story again, someone who hasn't heard it before will hear it, so I'll tell it again. So here's the thing about Pokemon Ultra Moon. So I played Moon, right? And then I was in, like, I swear my parents, they bought an old truck. And it's kind of like a piece of shit from what I remember, but they got that truck, and then I was looking at the truck, and then I looked into like one of the side doors, little pocket in the door, and there was just a 3DS game there, and it was Ultra Moon. So I was like, okay, I guess I have this now. And then despite literally getting that Pokemon game for free, it took me quite a while to actually play it, because I didn't really want to. Like I said, Pokemon Moon's a game, so I wasn't like too excited to play Ultra Moon, because I knew Ultra Moon was just Moon again, but like slightly different, because, I don't know, I guess that making a game like Black 2 would be too much effort, because they made Ultra Moon instead. So anyway, it took forever for me to finally play it, and then I did, and I played it through it once. And the funny thing about that is the first time playing it, I picked my starter, and the game crashed. That was great. So then I mean, it was stuck in a door for who knows how long, so, you know. So then I did it again, and the game didn't crash for the rest of my playthrough, luckily. So I played through Ultra Moon. Here's my review of Ultra Moon. It's Moon, but slightly worse in some areas, and slightly better in some areas. And yeah, if I didn't get it for free, wouldn't have been worth 40 bucks. All I really remember from that was, you have the boss fight against Ultra Necrozma with fucking Die, Mortis. Oh, come on, really? You have the boss fight against Ultra Necrozma, which I basically remember as being one of the dumbest boss fights I've ever seen in a JRPG. I haven't played many of them, so you know it's not that hard. Because basically, Ultra Necrozma, he was faster than all my Pokemon, and he could one-shot them. So this is how I beat Ultra Necrozma. I used a thing called Revives and Potions, and I used them until he killed himself with Struggle. Because that boss fight's ass. Anyway, that was Ultra Moon. That was the last Pokemon game I played, because after that, they had Pokemon games on Switch, and if you don't know, Pokemon games on Switch are $60, because they're Switch games. And, yeah, I'm of the opinion that a Pokemon game, especially like Sword and Shield was on release, where they had about as much content as your average Pokemon game does, without the third versions, because that's how Pokemon games work. You have the original 2 release versions that don't have that much content, and then they usually add like a third version or a sequel or something to give it more content. So a base Pokemon game like that is not worth $60, so I did not spend $60 on one. And then I was thinking, like, you know, if they make like a third version that had like more content like they did back in the day, maybe I'd buy it. But they don't do that anymore. Instead, they make DLC that goes on top of the games. It's like, here you go, you can buy your game that has as much content as an old Pokemon game for $60, and then you can spend another $20 for it to have as much content as these $40 games used to be. And at that point, I was like, yep, good on you. And then I never bought a Pokemon game again. And now they're on, what, like Gen 9 or whatever? That was the last one, right? I think the last thing to be released Pokemon-wise was like the DLC. This like last DLC for Gen 9. I don't know. I don't really keep up with it that much. That was my experiences with Pokemans. Since there's clearly a bunch of level left, since it's only been 10 minutes, you know, this is gonna last a lot longer than 10 minutes. Although this might, knock on wood, be shorter than the amount of stages in the last part. I just jumped into that, of course it did! Because the last part was technically 2 stages slapped on top of each other with no save point in between. Since this is supposedly one giant level, maybe it won't be that long. Alright, so here's the funny thing about Sonic. I was a pretty decently big fan of Sonic when I was a kid, despite the fact that I haven't played that many Sonic games, right? And out of the Sonic games I played, only one of them is good. This is my experience with Sonic, right? I remember, I watched, like, I remember when I was little, looking at the TV and seeing the trailers for Sonic Unleashed. I was like, that shit's cool, I want that, I want to play Sonic. Here's the problem, I didn't remember that the game's name was Sonic Unleashed. I just remember it was called Sonic Perfect Rain, was that. It's worth 300. Is it better than Strong Knives? I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty fucking good. I mean, it costs more, but that's the entire screen. And it probably does more damage. Yeah, I'd say that's pretty good. That's pretty good, Jim. I'll be using that. Right, so I didn't remember if the game was called Sonic Unleashed, or it was called Sonic, right? So I got I told my dad to rent a Sonic game for the weekend, because they used to do that with, like, red boxes and stuff back in the ancient, medieval times. Because I'm an adult now, so I have to remember that there are people alive who have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about when I'm talking about shit when I was a kid. This is the end. Oh, it's still going. How long is the level? Probably very long, because it's the extra stage, yes. So, since I didn't specify what kind of Sonic I wanted, my dad, he rented a little Sonic game called Sonic the Hedgehog for the Xbox 360, also known as Sonic 2006, which, if you didn't know, is a fucking terrible video game. So, my first experience playing a Sonic the Hedgehog video game was playing Sonic 06 for like a day before I gave up. Because basically, my experience with that game was, you have the first level. Oh, well, I think there might have been an intro stage or something, I don't really remember either. You have like the place where you're at the town, right? You go around the town for a while. And then you go to the first level where there's the killer whale. There's like a killer whale there. It's like, I don't remember the actual name of the level. You go to that level. Basically, I died on that level over and over and over and over again. You know, one of the great thing about Sonic 06, if you die, you lose all your lives, get a game over before you beat the very first stage of the game, the one with the killer whale. You go back to the goddamn beginning of the entire fucking game. Not joking. You go all the fucking way back to the intro. And, yep, after about the third time that happened, I went, fuck this game. And, yep, that was my first experience with Sonic. My second experience with Sonic was, worse. You ever heard of this game called Sonic Freeriders? Yeah, so I had an Xbox Connect for that fucking thing. A piece of history. It was the Xbox Connect, I had one of those. And, I don't really remember much about it. I remember I played a couple, like, I think it was like some Wii Sports knockoffs or something that I played on it, but the only real big thing I played that I remember playing was, not for good reasons, was Sonic Freeriders, right? That game is fucking hard garbage. It is easily the worst controls I've ever felt in anything ever. Fucking, it's the worst, like has been one of the worst control schemes in any video game ever made, because Kinect is already shit, right? It somehow made it, like, even worse. It was just, like, an impossible game to play. But I fucking did it. Somehow. I'm pretty sure I beat every story mode in Sonic Freeriders. But holy shit, did I get angry. Like, I honestly wouldn't be surprised if me playing Sonic Freeriders had, like, a negative effect on my, like, anger issue, like, developing, like, anger problems or something as a kid, because holy fucking shit, I got so angry at that game. Because you just play the game, and the game will be like, you know, it'd be funny if I just didn't fucking work, and that was 99% of that game. So the fact that, yeah, so repack, my experiences with Sonic so far. It's been, Sonic 06, which is one of the worst Sonic games ever made, and then, Sonic Freeriders, which is also one of the worst games ever made. So you just really must be wondering, like, if this is my experience with Sonic so far, how the fuck did I not despise this series? That's a good question. Couldn't really tell you, but for some reason I liked Sonic enough to where I wanted another Sonic game for, like, Christmas or something, and then I got Sonic Generations, which is the only good Sonic game I've played, well, not played, but, like, actually owned and played all the way through. Sonic Generations is a good video game, played it a lot, I liked it a lot. And, you know, not much to say other than it's a good game, I played it a lot. And that's easily the best experience I've had with Sonic, is playing that game. And then after that, I remember I played a bunch of, because, you know, you had, like, the Xbox 360 store. You could, like, sometimes you'd, like, play demos of games. I played the demos of, like, Sonic 2 and Sonic 3 and Sonic and Knuckles. Played those trials quite a bit, but you can't really get that far. You can only play the first levels in those, but, you know, I had fun playing those. And of course in Sonic Generations, you have the ability to play the first Sonic game. But I don't think I ever made it past, like, the Marble Zone, because it's the funny thing about Sonic. Sonic's the, you gotta go fast character, right? All about the speed and shit, but if you play, like, the first Sonic game, the first level's Green Hill Zone, so, you know, it's pretty good. You go as fast and stuff. The second, can you two, like, get next to each other, please? Nope, didn't hit the other guy. Of course. Then you get to the second zone, which is called, like, Marble Zone or something. And it sucks, because you just have to go really slow and do a bunch of puzzles, and you're just like, why the fuck is this? This is not Sonic. So I don't think I ever got past that in the Sonic, like, game you could play on Generations. It's the third time I've done this. Can I get to you-know-who all already? Nope, it's still going. How many floors are there? I'm already under-leveled, so I don't want to stop fighting the enemies. I want to at least get to, like, level 45. That's what the enemies are. And then other than that, I played, I think I played Sonic 4 on the phone a bit. That game's also not good. Yep, to recap, my experience with Sonic, bad games and Sonic Generations, and the demo for good games. And I don't remember the last time I touched a Sonic game. Can you blame me? We'll talk about next, yeah. trying to position this to where I can actually read it. Right. Oh yeah, I had like a list of shit, because of like really stupid shit that that scared me when I was a child, because when you're a child, don't suck me. Why are you sucking me? Don't appreciate this suckage. How about you just fuck off, huh? Stop sucking! Oh my god, this sucks. Get it? Yeah, it sucks, but it also sucks. Yeah, you know, when you're a kid, sometimes you get scared by really stupid shit. And I can talk about some of the things that scared me. The first one was, yeah. Alright, I played Resident Evil 5. You know, I say stupid shit that scared me, I'm immediately getting to things that are probably pretty understandable to what scared me. I played Sonic, played Resident Evil 5, and there was one part where you fight this like giant fucking lava thing that you gotta like lock in a furnace and burn it. And that thing scared the shit out of me. It was scary. And then funny thing is, a couple years ago I watched a playthrough of Resident Evil 5 and looked at it again, and it looks fucking stupid. Well, you know, I guess bringing back to stupid shit that scared me. One time I was watching someone play Mortal Kombat. One of them was a Mortal Kombat game, I don't know which one. And there was like an ending screen. It was like a game over screen. You fall into like a pit of spikes. That scared the shit out of me, but that's also pretty understandable. Thing to scare the shit out of me. I remember that there was like some live-action Disney movie I watched that I can't remember any of the details of at all. I remember there was something in it that scared me, and I literally can't even remember what it was. It had to do with some like curse or something. Like it like gave things freaky green eyes or something. Don't really remember any more of the details on that. And then last thing was fucking Slappy the goddamn puppet. You know that fucker? Goosebumps? Apparently he was like the main villain in the Goosebumps movie that I didn't watch. But I watched like older episodes of Goosebumps, and most of Goosebumps is pretty fucking stupid to where it didn't even scare me. There's something about that stupid fucking puppet. It scared the shit out of me. Didn't like it. I mean, this is kind of a spooky area, right? So I guess this kind of fits. And there was this thing that the kid in me had as like a headcanon for the scary shit. Was, you're gonna suck me again. Great. We had this, like, in school, we had, like, the computer lab that you could go into, like, once a week, and you could, like, play on the thing, or something, I don't remember. They allowed you to play the stuff you had on the computer lab, which wasn't much. But one thing I remember is they had, like, basically a paint program, like a basic, like, paint program thing. I don't exactly remember what it's called, but basically what you could do with it is you could, like, you could fill the screen with a bunch of stuff. And one thing I'd do is I would fill the screen with like a bunch of bricks and other assorted things. You could fill the screen with all types of things. And my little headcanon was that all the shit that scared me, they were all locked in the shit that I built in the paint thing. Can I not die here, please? Great. Stop! It's a suck! That was wrong button. It's this button. No, it's not. It's this button. There. This is a pretty annoying stage design, isn't it? Give me my health. Yep, that was that topic. How many tops am I gonna get through in this one episode? You know, the enemies are gone. Surely just get through here now. Yellow arrow. Okay, that was this way. And I just... How many rooms have I not explored? I haven't explored this one, I guess. Half of here. This is just another Yamba Water. These are just small rooms with like one enemy in them. Okay, there's enemies in here. Enemies everywhere! That might have been a bit of a waste, but oh well. I guess clear out this area and then look at what the chest is, and then I guess I'll have to think of something else to talk about. I gotta have his bullet point list. I did not expect there to be enemies in here, no. Yeah, this is just a really good ranged attack. Wish I had it earlier. Yeah, like, I remember when I did the Moko fight, I struggled a lot, and I thought, okay, this is just how hard the game's gonna be from now on, isn't it? And it just really isn't. So yeah, I just think Moko is just not a very, like, well-balanced boss for the point of the game she's in, because she was a lot harder than a lot of the later bosses. So I find it understandable why only, like, 50% of people got past her, I guess. But, you know, speaking of that, I talked about how, like, only 33% of players or something even talk to Reimu. I was wondering how many people have actually beaten the game. Well, according to the achievement that's Get Indie Ending, the answer to that is roughly 30%. So, like, so the vast majority of people who actually went out of their way to get far enough to talk to Reimu actually did beat the game. So yeah, about 30% of people who bought this game. What does players mean? Does player mean bought it, or does players mean actually started the game? Because what that means would make a lot more sense for the statistics. So if it's just bought the game, 30% makes a lot of sense, because, you know, there's a bunch of games that you can't get and that you may have not. Why are this fucking level still going? Just won't stop. Level keeps going. It doesn't really need to be this long. Come on now. Oh, they're level 50? Oh, why are they level 50? Why are they level 50? Huh? Why are they level 50? Excuse me? Why are you level 50? Good sir? 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 Why are you level 50? I do not need you to be level 50 right now. Fuck. I just got to level 45. Now you're level 50? Excuse me? You're not allowed to do that. Can I take that as a sign to me it's the final floor then, please? Alright, what to talk about next? I can talk about FNAFers at Freddy's. Yep, that game series. The game series that I don't know the weird history with, because I played like the first game because I found it for like $2 on Steam, and then I played like the first couple nights and stopped, and then I played the second game on mobile, and I also just gonna do that. Sure, buddy. And then I also played like the first couple levels and stopped. That is my entire experience with playing Five Nights at Freddy's. But despite the fact that I barely played any of the actual games, you can bet that I have kept up on the series this entire time. Because I don't know. I find some of this shit interesting, I guess. When I watched the movie, one of the few, like, that's the only movies I can even think of that I've watched in like the past like 5 years are fucking the FNAF movie and the Spider-Man movie. That one Spider-Man movie where there's multiple Spider-Mans in it. That one. I watched that movie. Not the animated one, the live-action one. The one with the Tom Holland. Not they all the one. The one with Tobey Maguire. That one. I watched that movie. Anyway, I watched you just fucking hit me, you stupid fairy. Surprised I haven't died yet, frankly. I hope the penalty for dying isn't that bad. Anyway, 30 minutes here, still going. The floors, they don't stop. They won't stop. Morning. Okay, that didn't hit me. But yeah, barely played many FNAF at Freddy's despite being of decent interest towards the FNAF at Freddy's. And I watched the movie, right, I was talking about the movie. I don't know. I thought it was okay. I don't know. I've heard people say that that movie's really shit, but like I thought it was fine. But it's probably just because my standards were extremely low. Because here's the thing about FNAF and Freddy's, right? I haven't actually read any of like the written material, like the extra books and stuff. But just from what I've heard of like summaries, most of them sound pretty fucking terrible. That's funny to think about, like how most, like if you go by the fact that there are more books than games and stuff, most FNAF storytelling is bad. It's bad. So it's just, yep, another floor again. Never ends. So my expectations for the movie were really low because I expected it to have writing on par with the books, which it might have had because I haven't actually read them. They might have not have been as bad as the story descriptions make them seem. But yeah, the movie, I don't know, if it existed, I thought it was fine. And yeah. That's all I really have to talk about with FNAF and Freddy's. I'm really gonna get through, like, I'm on page 2 of this bullet point list now. It's 4 pages. I guess I can talk about, I haven't had to do this for a while because I've been on break, but, you know, when I have to really study or, like, do work that causes me to need to concentrate, I can't really listen to, like, YouTube videos in the background, so I have to listen to, like, music, and I have, like, this playlist of, you know, I have, like, those Touhou-style albums that they have on YouTube, where they'll just have, like, a whole, like, whole album of Touhou. They basically, like, make their own Touhou game. They make their own Touhou game amount of music. And then even some of them are neat because they'll make their own backstory and stuff. They'll have like fan characters just made for the music, and even like fake gameplay sometimes. You know, I think that's neat, I guess, but I don't really pay that much attention to it because I'm using it as background noise. Because I made like a playlist of those Touhou style albums, and like when I need to like listen to music and can't just listen to YouTube videos because I need to actually like concentrate that much, mainly when I'm like studying and stuff, I bring out the Touhou playlist, the Touhou style playlist music, Touhou style music playlist. That's the words in that order. So, you know, that's the thing. Why is there a door here? It's just one small little area. I guess this area is bigger than I thought it would be, that's why. How many enemies did that get? It didn't get you. Why didn't it get you, huh? What makes you so special? How much health do I have? Like half. I'm picking up these weapons, and I haven't checked if any of them are better. I'll do it before Flantre, I swear. Maybe, if I remember. Maybe help. Alright, what's next to talk about? Yeah, I have these on bullet points, but just because I can't talk about them doesn't mean I'm gonna have... It's not gonna be much for me to say. You know, Half-Life 2. Dead 2, yeah, Half-Life 2. This game that exists. You know, I've played Portal and Portal 2. And I played, Team Fortress 2. Played Left 4 Dead 1 and 2. But when it comes to Half-Life, I played the original Half-Life. And I played Half-Life 2 for like, it was on my dad's computer, and I played it for like, maybe 2 hours. And then I never played it again. That's my experience with Half-Life. So technically I have played all the games in the orange box. Not in the actual orange box. Yep, I just lost all that health to fucking birds. Fuck off. These birds suck. Yeah, I'm gonna die here real soon. I'd like to get to the end here before that happened. I think I've already been here, actually. Is there a pot over there? Yes, do that. Alright, next thing to talk about, Right, the SpongeBob movie, the video game. SpongeBob movie is a movie that came out in 2004. And it had a video game adaptation that came out, ironically, I think before the movie came out. So that's funny. It's fucking still going! How long? How long must I suffer? Is this not the same thing? It started the same, at least. I'm starting to get annoyed. Like, I might actually just say fuck it and just skip to the end because this is going on for too long. It's been 35 minutes. I don't fucking care. Fuck off. I really don't. I don't have all day. Alright, so the thing about the SpongeBob... Okay, so yeah, I'll kill enemies in the room where I have to open doors. Other than that, the rest fuck off. I really don't care anymore. If I'm too under level for Flandre and I can't beat her, then I'm too under level for Flandre and I can't beat her. But I'm not gonna be here for 2 hours. I don't know, if the enemies jump to level 55, I don't know, I might give up. What? Huh? Cuts a crescent shape out of that type. Yeah, that seems pretty good. More expensive. Where is it? Are they both 300? But yeah, I used to have the original Xbox back in the day, and I did not have that many games on it. And one of the few games I remember playing was the SpongeBob movie game. Another game I remember having, I had like the Spider-Man game, where I swear I could not like beat the first level. You start out first level, you're like Peter Parker, and you've got to like beat Venom. And like I had no idea what the game wanted me to do. This attack is really fucking good, Jesus. Glad I grinded up to that level, but I'm not gonna grind up anymore. Anyway, I played this game, and then like I don't know what happened to it, but I didn't have it anymore for a long time. And I like had this idea where I would like somehow eventually find it at like a pawn shop or something. So I would go to many pawn shops looking for old video games. I actually managed to find some video games sometimes. Like I remember one time I found Luigi's Mansion and Paper Mario 1,000 Year Door and Melee, which I've barely played. I have Melee, Super Smash Bros. Melee, and I've just barely played it. But I have it. But then that wasn't what I was looking for. I was looking for a SpongeBob movie game, and then one day, I found it. I just found it. Just found it at a random pawn shop. And then I got it, and then I played it. A couple years ago, I think it was in like 2020, around there. And I played it. And it was... okay. It's an okay 3D platformer. Basically, ignoring the fact that basically it reused all of its assets from Battle for Bikini Bottom, which is a game I never played, but I watched a playthrough of Rehydrated a couple years ago, so it's that. But yeah, the thing about SpongeBob movie game is it's okay, but one thing I vividly remember that game, there's one thing. One, there's like the guitar challenges, where you have like Sonic Wave guitar, where you gotta like aim, you like shoot out the Sonic Wave, and you gotta use like hit like targets, and they have like special challenges to get like the Goober tokens, which is the collectibles in that game. And they were like, some of them were really fucking hard. And it took me a while, even then when I played a couple years ago, it took me quite a while to beat one of those. And then you had two types of time trials in that game. You had the Krabby Patty Mobile, you had those driving sections, and then you had like you were like on a shell, and you like went down a slide or something. And one thing I vividly remember about that is there was one level where you had to like go down to the trench, like the big trench they go down in the movie. That was a slide level. And then they had 2 types of like time trials in this game. You had like the easier time trial, then you had the harder time trial. The funny thing about the harder time trial for that specific level is that it was literally impossible to beat that time trial without literally using like game-breaking like glitches and skips. So clearly, whoever made that time was not dumb. I don't know how that got past testing. Frankly, it's literally impossible to beat that time without like jumping into like zones that aren't loaded and to like damage boost yourself off of shit. Clearly wasn't expended, words. Yeah, that game. In the final boss, you fight Neptune. And it had like some really cool rock music in it. It's still fucking going. How deep is this dungeon anyway? Hopefully that cues to the fact that this is the last level, because holy shit! You don't mean anything to me! Just gonna jump over here. I'm Sakuya, Izai, master of jumping over a sheet! Alright, what do I talk about next? Your Super Smash Brothers Brawl. You know, I talked about how I got 8 melee from Pawn Shop. Well, long before that, the first Smash Brothers game I played was Super Smash Brothers Brawl. And I played that when I was pretty little. Here's the funny thing about that game. It had the Subspace Emissary, right? Here's the funny thing. I played that with the Subspace Emissary. Pretty sure that was the first thing I played when I played Brawl. The Subspace Emissary had all these characters from all these Super Nintendo games, right? His problem, when I played that, I didn't know jack squat about 90% of Nintendo games. I started the game and I knew the Wahoo Man and the Princess. The Princess, Peach. I didn't know who the fuck Kirby was yet. I didn't know who that was. It was like, where's this fucking pink guy fighting Mario? I'll play as Mario. Mario, and then P. Piranha showed up, and then I knew who P. Piranha was because I think I said earlier that, you know, I played Sunshine when I was littler, so I knew what the fuck Petey Piranha was. So he showed up. It was like, cool. About Petey Piranha. And then Pit showed up, and I didn't know who the fuck Pit was, but neither did most people at the time, because what the fuck was a Kid Icarus back then? Who knows? And then, right, then Mario joins up with Pit, and I play as Mario and not Pit, who the fuck's Pit. And then, right, then Peach, and I think Peach goes on the halberd with, what the Meta Knight ship was. That was a big plot point. There's nothing over here. There's no reason for me to be here. And then they met Fox. Fox showed up. There's no door here, so just fuck off. Are we done? Oh my god. Was there always a place like this under the mansion? Who made this? And for what purpose? Wow. It's the thing they should have done multiple points beforehand in this game. Wow. Wait, this... Is this Flandre, or is that the game's way of telling me that, like, that's only the halfway point, and that's why they're allowing me to leave? Anything good? That's pretty damn good. Anything good here? I looked through everything? I think so. Nothing objectively better. Plus 60 attack power better than... It's a big drop in critical rate. Alright. Please tell me this is the boss. I don't want to do a bunch of shit. That's a giant robot. Okay. Hello, Patchy. Miss Patchy. I bumped the microphone. We finally found where the enemy's secret base is. What are you doing wandering around down here, anyway? Sorry if I disturbed you. But, what are you doing down here? I'm working on that thing in the back. Is that a giant robot? Well, since you and Remy are both loafing around, I think I'll be able to finish it in time. Huh? I don't have too much more to go until it's ready. So since you seem to have plenty of time to kill, why not spend some with me? Come up on my lap. Gonna rub your ears. That's what you do with cats, right? Majority! That's the wrong one. How did I not get hit there? How long does this attack last? Oh, look at that damage. Oh, I'm gonna be here for a while. Huh? Holy shit, what was that? Patchy, where's my health? Gotta use, is there a health pack anywhere? No. Why is there no health? Patchy, you can't do this much damage to me and then not give me health. Kind of fucking... Oh my god. Oh, why? Look, I'll give this a couple tries, but it might be the game wants me to be a much higher level than I currently am. And I'm be honest, I really don't want to spend a bunch of time grinding. So, yep, I'll give this maybe like 20 or so minutes of tries. And if I can't beat this, then I can't beat this. But now that I look at this, I'm actually dealing a shit ton of damage to her, so... Yeah, the problem with this is that she's doing shit tons of damage to me, and there's just no heal spot, because just fuck me. And I don't get a heal spot. Fuck you. You don't get heal spots. Heal spots, privilege you don't deserve anymore. Yeah, I really wish that I could, like, stun them or something when I hit them, so I didn't just have to deal with face full lages every time I want to attack them. You know? Ah, fuck. This is the first phase, by the way. I know Patchy's gonna get into her fucking robot after this. Of course she is. Oh, why does she do so much fucking damage? It's not even that complicated of an attack pattern, it's just the fact that every time I want to attack, I just get a face full of lasers. There we go. I just don't understand why my range attacks will just fuck the enemies up. Or you could just fucking do this. Every single time the game's done this, it's been fucking stupid. Yeah, just like, oh, you happen to be too close to the boss when they use this ability, this spell that sucks you in. Now you're just dead. So, not good. It hasn't been good a single time it's happened, and it's happened, and they just keep doing it, and I don't really know why. It wasn't good the first time. Certainly wasn't good the 7th time. It says 49 minutes right now. If this goes on for an hour, then I'm just gonna stop it. And then, if I stop it, then maybe I'll play this game again, or maybe I won't. Who knows? Playing Left 4 Dead 2 sounds awfully pretty good right now. It sounds like a thing I want to play next time I have a recording session. Yep. Left 4 Dead 2 is a fun video game, if you didn't know. just like, why? Why are there no healing spots? Like, you had them for all these previous boss fights, and then for this one you're like, nah, it's supposed to be a challenge, right? Just having less health. It's challenging, right? Of course. Why flinch when I hit you? Well, that's new. I don't know how that didn't hit me, or whatever. I missed. Yep. Yep. Like, I'm basically gambling here. Just like, hope she doesn't what the fuck, Patchy. Like, I hope she doesn't hit me with something undodgeable after I go in for an attack. And it's gonna be great if I had health. Nope, there instead you took away more of my health. Yep. Fuck me! Great. Favorite game. Hit the boss 700 times and they hit you 3, and they hit you like 4. Huh? What, she's off screen, does she not take damage? This might actually be how I have to do this fight. Stand all the fuck way back here, and just hit her with lasers. Except I time it really poorly and get hit by lasers anyway. Just kill me, Patchy. This is obviously a dead run. Alright. Do that again. I mean, this is the end, and I call the episode like anticlimactic end or something. Yep. There's not really much for me to say here. I need to concentrate. And then I concentrate and get hit by lasers anyway. And look at that health bar very slowly whittle away. I'd rather be fighting the robot right now. Based on how the last robot went, it wouldn't have been nearly as stupid as this. Maybe it would. Maybe since I'm under leveled, I do like jack shit damage to the robot too. Oh. I don't know, this entire fight wouldn't even be a problem. It just had the health packs that every other boss in the game has, that they just decided to take away because I guess that was their idea of difficulty. I ran into that. Good job, me. That didn't hit her for some reason. Fucking laser, goddammit. Man, I'm really close to dying. Sure would be a shame if I got hit 2 more times and then have to do the whole fight again. Sure would suck. Oh, there's the first hit. Wow, you hit me right before I hit the button. Good job, Patchy. Fucking lasers. Man, I love how this attack just jacks shit damage, and I still have barely any opportunities to use it. You just keep switching between attacks over and over again, Patchy. Still have no attacks. As far as the fucking fight, you still have no attacks. Yep, that's new. Actually, don't you know wind is an early game spell? Why are you breaking out the end of the fight? Yep, got hit there. This better cancel out. If I get hit by something, I swear to God. She is. Look how fucking close she is dying. I swear to Christ if I die right now. Actually, fucking die! Fuck you. Okay, that was a completely unrelated achievement. And that'll be up then. You're not even the last one. You're the mid-boss of this fucking stage. I'm not beating Lingerie. It's just not happening at this rate. Wait, are you going further in? You really shouldn't, Liz. Sorry, but I don't have time. Sigh. Alright, call me once you reach the bottom level, and I'll get you out of here. What was Miss Patchy going to say? I guess I'll find out if I keep going, won't I? Now enter this... Alright. It's been almost an hour. I'm mentally exhausted here. I guess that's level 11. Sakuya, just forget I said anything. Great, I'll be honest, my desire to go through the Flandre fight right now is non-existent, so, I don't know. Next time I want to record something, I really don't want to deal with this, I'd rather play Left 4 Dead 2, so, I don't know. This might be the last episode if I just decide I don't want to fucking deal with this. It also might be the last episode if I decide to deal with it and then try recording it and then fail. I don't know, I might make like another recording that's just me failing. I don't know. Anyway, maybe I'll go and finish this someday, but until then, bye.